we are tracking. A dreaded gangster escaped from custody while the cop was taking a nap in a guest house. This might sound like a plot coming straight out of a movie, but this actually happened in real life and in Punjab. In what comes as a major embarrassment for Punjab's Mann government, Deepak Tinu, one of the key accused in the singer Moosewala murder case, fled from the custody of Mansa's crime investigation agency unit. This happened in the early hours of Sunday when Deepak was being moved on a production warrant in another case. Preetpal Singh, Mansa CIA in charge and also a member of the special investigation team probing the Moosewala murder case, was suspended and subsequently arrested. Now, Punjab police has launched a search operation in the state to nab Deepak. Remember, he's a close aide of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, the man who's said to be the mastermind behind Sidhu's murder. Meanwhile, BJP has come down heavily on Mann's government, accusing them of inefficiency and shielding mafias in Punjab. Moosewala's family too has questioned the Aam Aadmi Party government. Now, who is Deepak Tinu? He is more. This man is booked under several cases, including murder and extortion in various states. He's an accused in the singer Sidhu Moosewala murder case, a close aide of jailed gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. He has been named amongst 24 people in the charge sheet as far as this murder case is concerned. He's accused of providing logistic support in the killing of the singer. Primarily, he used to connect, allegedly, Bishnoi, lodged in Tihar jail, to Goldie Brar, the other gangster hiding abroad. This is what CNN News 18 is learning on the sequence of events, how Tipu fled from police custody. Now, Deepak Tinu allegedly befriended the CIA in charge, Preetpal Singh. This cop was responsible for keeping an eye on Tinu. Then Tinu was brought to a guest house on Saturday night as he was being moved for a production warrant, but no handcuffs allegedly were placed on him when he was brought to the guest house. In fact, in a shocker, what we're also learning is that he was allowed to stay with his girlfriend in this guest house. Preetpal Singh fell asleep, as would normally happen. Tinu's friends had already readied an escape vehicle at Mansa and managed to execute their plan. Earlier, remember, importantly, Preetpal, the cop in charge, is alleged to have provided Tinu with a phone in custody. So already, just a few weeks ago, there's been a claim that phones were found with Tinu and this cop was allegedly in the dock. So what was he doing on duty all over again? We all remember the embarrassment and grave security lapses that led to Moosewala's murder in the first place. He was killed, remember, hours after the new Aam Aadmi Party government downgraded his security. And after this latest shoddy episode, here are some big questions we ask. Did the state laxity let Tinu evade from police custody? Most an important question. Does Tinu escape expose the cops' gangster nexus very much prevailing in Punjab? Was the CIA in charge working alone, or is there a bigger nexus? Has this instance highlighted the malaise of free run in jails? And can the Aam Aadmi Party dismiss the charge by blaming predecessor government as they've tried to do? That big debate is coming up, but before that, also listen into the AAP government, the BJP attack and what slain singer Moosewala's mother had to say.
वर्तमान के लिए 42 गाड़ियों का कॉन्वॉय, वीवीआईपी आम आदमी पार्टी के नेताओं के लिए पंजाब पुलिस की सुरक्षा, परंतु जो व्यक्ति मूसेवाला हत्याकांड में शामिल था, मुख्य आरोपी के रूप में दीपक टीनू, जो बिश्नोई गैंग का सदस्य है, वो पंजाब पुलिस की गिरफ्तार से फुर हो जाता है, भाग जाता है और पंजाब पुलिस कुछ नहीं कर पाती। ये दिखाता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी दरअसल गैंग्स और माफिया पर क्रैकडाउन नहीं कर रही, उनको समर्थन दे रही है।
CIA ਦਾ ਇੰਚਾਰਜ ਖੁਦ ਆਪਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਠਾ ਕੇ ਜੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਨਾ ਹੈਂਡਕਫ ਕੀਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਲੜਕੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਾਲੀ ਭੇਡ ਉਸ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਉਸ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੋਈ ਸੀਗੀ। ਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਉਸ ਕਲਪਰੇਟ, ਉਸ ਗੁਨਾਹਗਾਰ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਫਸਰ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ FIR ਦਰਜ ਹੋ ਗਈ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡਿਸਮਿਸ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ, ਹਾਲ ਤੱਕ 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਗਿਲਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ। ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਨਕੰਮੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਅਗਰ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਚੁਗਦੀ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਨਕੰਮੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਵੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਧਿਆਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੀ, ਹੋਰ ਹੀ ਪਾਸੇ ਚੱਲੇ ਪਏ ਨੇ।
Manjinder Singh Sirsa is the BJP spokesperson joining us on the show. Amrit Gill from the Congress Party. Major RPS Malhotra is from the Aam Aadmi Party in dock today. Shashikant, former DGP of Punjab, and Vipin Pabi, senior journalist. Major Malhotra, I'm obviously coming to you first up. Is it fair for you to just say that this nexus existed before our government came to power and we are the ones cracking down? Because you look at the sequence of events, it's one major embarrassment after another for your party. Ultimately, you have to pull up your socks. Ultimately, you are responsible for what happened with Sidhu Moosewala.
Of course, I agree with you 100% that it is our government that has to clear up the muck created by the previous governments. We are not shirking away from this responsibility. And we are doing all in our capacity. You see, around 28 arrests have already been made. 24 challan for 24 people have already been submitted in the court. 2 have been encountered. 2 another are arrested at a foreign land. And very soon you will see the justice being done. Yes, whatever happened yesterday is really very shameful as far as Punjab police is concerned. It clearly shows that they are in the habit of not following the SOP, the laid down procedures. And there are certain black sheep. Sir,
I talk about the black sheep that you're referring to. On September 12th, nearly 3 weeks ago, there were 2 mobile phones that were recovered from the barrack where 6 accused in the Moosewala murder case were stationed, including Tinu, where they were lodged. Now, please explain to me why no heads rolled after that. Because the same man is today accused and arrested by you for allegedly helping him escape.
See, it's not just 2 mobile phones. There are more than 3,000 mobile phones that have been recovered. And actions have been taken against the guilty officers.
But sir, why was Preetpal Singh still in charge? He was still in charge when mobile phones were found. Why did the heads not roll then?
Well, the actions have been taken. The mobile phones were not recovered from his area under duty. These were recovered from somewhere else.
But
and
he's keeping an eye on Tinu, as per my information. He's part of the SIT probing this case. Surely there should have been an investigation against the police officers in charge.
Well, you see, immediate action has been taken. He has been arrested. There has been an FIR. He has been dismissed from the service. There has been an issuance of LOC, and the major crackdowns are being taken by the.
I'm not sure if the Punjab police can take all the credit as far as the Sidhu Moosewala case is concerned. It has been a joint operation by many state governments, including Delhi.
It's not a question of taking credit. It's a nationwide phenomena. Gangsterism is a nationwide phenomena.
Fair enough, sir, but the Aam Aadmi Party wants to hold itself up to better standards. Mr. Sirsa, please respond. The clarification coming in from Mr. Malhotra, is that sufficient?
Not at all. First of all, if you see the chain of events, first they withdraw the security of a person with the stature of Sidhu Moosewala, a renowned worldwide celebrity, by saying हमने VIP culture खत्म कर दिया, एक और सिद्धू मूसेवाले का भी VIP culture खत्म. Thereafter, they have failed to arrest any of the accused. All those accused were arrested by Delhi police here in Delhi and then handed over to Punjab police, except one accused and 2 of them which were encountered. Rest all accused are arrested by Delhi police. Secondly, very important thing here is, it is not one case. Every day, people are killed in Punjab. The precious lives have been, either they were killed or they, if you remember in a latest incident, where a very renowned kabaddi player was ambushed during the match itself. And still, they cannot provide a security to a person like Sidhu Moosewala. And now when it comes to this case, knowingly, every accused who was arrested in this case was transferred with a heavy security. In fact, they were transferred in a bulletproof vehicles. In this particular case, it is not just one inspector involved. I had stated yesterday only, when this escape happened, that it is with the connivance of the police and the higher authorities, and also the people in a power are involved in this. Can you ever believe this? That accused has been allowed to go to the rest house with his girlfriend and he's enjoying, and at the same time, the Chief Minister of Punjab is dancing on the tunes in Gujarat, and people are escaping from jails. Another one of the prominent singer has been admitted to the hospital because there is another fight between the singer and other people who almost killed him there in the incident last night. And still Aam Aadmi Party will say there are black sheep. If there are black sheep, people are given a mandate with 92 seats. Who is responsible for that black sheep?
Yeah, if you could
cannot
be so
escape from your responsibility merely by saying,
security of a person who was clearly under threat, as you realized belatedly, unfortunately, for the family of Sidhu Moosewala, you could have been more authoritative in cracking down on these so-called black sheep. Sir, I'll give you time. Let me go across to Shashikant. He's the former DGP. Sir, of course, there is a nexus when it comes to corrupt police officials and these gangsters and their cronies in jails. I'm not going to blame Punjab just for that. But just you look at the sequence of events. It was already visible that those arrested in the case of Sidhu Moosewala were getting VIP treatment in jail. Mobiles had been seized from them. Shouldn't the whip had been cracked then itself to avoid this?
Yeah, I fully agree that there should have been greater vigilance on these guys who were involved in that killing of Moosewala, number one. And secondly, whatever has happened in this instant case, that this guy is taken away by an inspector who is supposed to sort of ensure his safe custody. He himself was lax and this thing happened and he's escaped. It's a serious thing. But again, I'll repeat here. For a long time, for decades, I have been saying that a large number of persons in the Punjab police have been compromised, whether it's drug smuggling, whether it's nexus with these guys, land grabbers or gangsters. But unfortunately, no political party, no government of Punjab ever took it seriously and took any action. Now, when this thing has happened, let's see what kind of action is taken, whether they're going for a sort of verification of the guys who were given this kind of important duties.
Yes.
Because without this kind of incidents will keep on happening. That's a very sad state of affairs, ma'am. Thank you.
No, unfortunately, even with Tinu, the accused involved, already there were signals coming in that there is something clearly wrong as far as the nexus is concerned. Amrit Gill, I'm coming to you because what the Aam Aadmi Party today has also said that, listen, this used to happen under previous governments. That's, of course, an allegation against the Congress government that was in power before the Aam Aadmi Party.
So whatever this is a useless and a worthless government as per the statement of Sidhu Moosewala's mother, and we do feel because of their PR state.
Amrit, just hold on with me. I'm losing your network. I'll try and come back to you and try and sort that out. Let me go across to Vipin Pabbi. Vipin, you know, you don't get a mandate like this in a state like Punjab. Have your overall aura of being better than other political parties, different than other political parties, certainly no element of corruption, and then keep having these instances under you, even if it's a new government. You will be held accountable and held to your standards. Do you think the Aam Aadmi Party government is not living up to it?
Shivani, I don't think so, because it's been about 6 months, a little more, and there have been several incidents where they have committed these kind of blunders. For instance, I remember a communal clash taking place in Punjab, almost not heard of ever in Patiala, and several other incidents that have taken place where they have not been able to really keep a check on crime and these kind of activities. But in this particular case, Shivani, I want to particularly point out that it's not that, as the DGP would be also will agree with me, that it is not that any officer can take out a prisoner and take him out for recovery of weapons and all that. There is a set procedure.
Yeah.
One has to make entries. One has to inform the senior that I am taking this person there, and there is always a cover around so that somebody doesn't escape. And particularly a prisoner like this Tinu, who had escaped earlier also. He had escaped earlier from Panchkula court when one of his aides had thrown pepper powder. in the policeman's eyes,
Yes,
and
you're right.
he escaped. So he had a past history like that. He was a high-profile prisoner, and all efforts should have been made that he had to be kept under several layers of security. Not just that any sub-inspector can just take him out of the prison.
In fact, the senior officer, shockingly,
Absolutely.
sir, just to add to what you're saying, the senior officer has said that I was not informed about this.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a set procedure. He had to make a note in the police thana, wherever he was kept in the jail, that I am taking him to such and such place, and this is what he is saying. And this is so they make arrangements so that there is no chance of his escape. But here it was a garden walk in the garden for them. He simply took him out, and it was all planned. And when they knew the mobile phones have been recovered from him, when they knew that he had in the past he had run away, despite all that. So I think in this only that sub-inspector must not be the only one
responsible. But you raise a very good point, sir. Let me take that to Mr. Malhotra. Have you washed your hands off saying that we've arrested him and basically taken him into custody? But surely that one man cannot be responsible for such a massive blunder, as all of our guests are saying, all of our experts are saying, Mr. Malhotra.
Absolutely, absolutely. The overall responsibility rests with the government and the Home Minister and the DGP. But here we have an expert, an ex-DGP of Punjab Police. I'll request him to kindly shed a light on this, that if a CIA in charge, the boss of that location, takes a prisoner out, is there any way that he can be stopped? I'll request Mr. Shashikant to kindly shed a light on this.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Shashikant, respond to that, please.
Yeah, look, like Mr. Pabi has said, there's a set procedure. Like, entry has to be made. But I wonder what kind of entry he would have made in the police station, because is he taking him out to ensure that he meets with his girlfriend? Of course, there's a set procedure, no doubt about it. That entire procedure
sorry to interrupt, sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir. If a boss of a location, the in charge, takes a prisoner out, can anybody around there stop him? Kindly.
But sir, the senior of that man in charge has come out and said, I wasn't informed. Please don't ignore that.
Oh, yes. That is what is to be highlighted. That person was in charge of that location. He himself took him out. So the police has taken action against him, and further inquiries on. Kindly hold your horses. Probably something more will come out. But when an in charge of the location does something wrong, we cannot directly blame
How
the
can
superiors.
it happen that nobody around knew, sir? Come on, our experts have exactly pointed out to this only. That how can others not know that the CIA in charge is doing this?
Yes,
the people didn't know what the CIA in charge has been doing in jail for all this time.
Yes, that is
Mr.
why
Sirsa
I'm
wants to come
requesting
in.
Mr. Shashikant. That is why I'm
so
requesting
you
Mr.
simply
Mr.
cannot
Shashikant
blame other
kindly
people
pitch
for
in.
that your mess you have created. So there are two very important points. Who posted him in a CIA staff? It is not some other party. It is their government. It is their Home Minister. It
More
is their
important
SSP
than
and
that
DGP
is
who
who
had decided
recruited
that
him.
he has to
More
be posted in.
important than that
Please let
is
me,
who
Malhotraji, please let
recruited
me
him.
complete it. Please let me complete my finish. And it is not that you have to only speak. And we are not here as listeners. We all have to in a debate.
Please,
so
please.
please, humble request. So there are two very important things. First, सारी प्रॉब्लमों की जड़ एक ही है. द प्रॉब्लम हेयर इज कि ये एक बात से अपने हाथ झाड़ देते हैं. हमारा तो कोई कसूर ही नहीं है जी. टिल द मोमेंट दे वोंट मेंट देयर वेज. टुडे सेड होल्ड योर हॉर्सेस. आई मस्ट टेल यू वन थिंग. Till you will be holding your horses, there will be another 2 murders in Punjab. And they will keep saying, hold your horses. For what we should hold our horses? That innocent people are killed in Punjab and we should hold our horses? You are the one who are responsible for all this. You were the one who took a credit कि हमने security का VIP culture खत्म कर दिया. It was you one who took a credit out of that, and for that reason Sidhu Moosewala lost his life. And today you need to answer his mother's questions rather than answering to me. I think you please you can reply, but let me finish my point. Please don't intervene in between again and again.
Mr. Sirsa,
Now
please
better than answering to me, he should answer to the questions raised by Sidhu Moosewala mother.
Fair enough.
He said कि ये पता नहीं क्या कुछ करते फिर रहे हैं, ये इधर-उधर घूम रहे हैं. और ये लोगों को and the people who are responsible for this murder are enjoying inside his jail with mobile phone and weapons inside the jail, and still you say they are black sheep. That when will you stop this black sheep?
Yeah, what are you doing? You have to crack down if you are in government with full majority. That's a fair question to ask. Amrit Gill, once again, Amrit Gill is back with us. She didn't get an opportunity. Amrit Gill, please respond. Virtually, the current Aam Aadmi Party government blamed you.
This is like they do whatever they are responsible. It's worthless and irresponsible, useless government, as per the statement of Sidhu Moosewala's mother. But I want to say why Aam Aadmi Party is not taking any action against Mr. Harjot Bains, who is the minister of jails, due to whose incompetency, because he will be held accountable as the gangster ran away, escaped from the jail. How can an officer of a CIA staff can do all these? There might be something big league, and the minister is responsible, and he should be held account. And
yes, Mr. Malhotra, I have final 30 seconds. Please respond to the particular question Miss Gill is asking. Minister का क्या होगा, sir?
Minister has been working very, very hard to put a right system in place and
clear
clear the muck that
to
Congress.
Yourself. Look at what is happening.
Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. The muck that Congress and Akalis have created. Who created the gangsters? Who created the gangsters? Who protected them? Who provided them with VIP treatment in the jails? Who provided them with the drugs? Who provided them with phones?
Escaped. Deepak Tinu escaped.
Please stop her. This is my turn to speak. Please stop her. It is my turn to speak.
Okay, one second.
It is they who created the muck. It is they who created the muck.
That's
we
fine.
are clearing the muck that has been created by them. These people, these black sheep have been recruited by them. These are the people responsible. You cannot blame a government that has come just 6 months back. We are doing all we can. And
well, you are
certainly
being watched. I've run out of time. Let me make
Which
it
is
very
under
clear.
the shadow of Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi.
No, you cannot keep blaming everybody else before you. Now you're in government. You have to deliver. Sir, ऐसे ही चलता है. सरकार का delivery उसके ऊपर होता है. We'll wait and see. I've run out of time for today.
3,000 mobile phones have been.
Sir, I've run out of time for now, but I do request all of our guests to join us again as we track what happens and what the Aam Aadmi Party does and deliver. Time for a very short break. On the other side, we'll get to the day's biggest stories, including how one of the nominees for the Congress president polls, Shashi Tharoor, has issued a dare to his competitor.